As the spin-off draws closer to the conclusion of the comedy franchise, the subplot's discoveries were also essential, despite the tragic references to Roseanne's heroine in The Conners Season 7, Episode 3. Because of the Conners' extensive cast, Roseanne Barr's Roseanne, the show's former heroine, may have been left out of the shortened final season. Despite serving as the show's titular heroine for both its initial 9-season run and its 2017 one-season revival, Barr's racist diatribe on Twitter in 2018 resulted in Roseanne's unexpected death. Roseanne's passing changed The Conners, although the show was not canceled. The show's title altered, its emphasis shifted from Barr's main character to her family's surviving members, and the series' general tone became harsher. Both Roseanne's original run and its resuscitation were renowned for their unwavering portrayal of working-class struggles, ranging from unemployment and poverty to more general social problems like addiction and domestic abuse. However, Roseanne's heroine's death loomed large over the Conners, making it an even more depressing series. Dan and Becky's argument brings back old family wounds to the surface in The Conners Season 7, Episode 3. It would have been simple for The Conners Season 7 to omit any reference to Roseanne, even though the title character was crucial to both the original series and its brief reincarnation. With only 6 episodes to tie up the stories of Dan, Louise, Darlene, Ben, Mark, Harris, Jackie, Neville, Becky, Tyler, Beverly, and Beverly Rose, the spin-off certainly had enough on its plate without bringing up old scars. Furthermore, considerably more of the last episode's limited screen time is devoted to the new characters from The Conners Season 7. However, Season 7 made the late matriarch of the sitcom a major story point to honor Roseanne's legacy. During the premiere, Jackie declared her intention to file a lawsuit against the pharmaceutical company that manufactured the addictive narcotics that caused Roseanne to overdose. Dan was quiet at first, but he joined the fight once Jackie handed him her last texts with Roseanne. As a result, Dan talked to his daughters about the court case and unintentionally opened an old wound, which led to the most heartbreaking scene in Season 7, Episode 3, Applications, Accusations, and a Man Bag. Revisiting Roseanne's death allows Dan and Becky to rehash their unspoken grudges. The family revisiting Roseanne's death is unavoidably a difficult, moving plot for the spin-off, even though Jane Lynch's character, Jean the lawyer from The Conners Season 7, makes sure that this plotline isn't totally depressing. One of the darkest events in The Conners' history was when Becky blamed Dan for Roseanne's death. Her subsequent admission that she felt accountable for Roseanne's demise served as a reminder of Becky's role in Roseanne's original run. Becky was a straight-A student whose upbeat manner concealed a great deal of tension and anxiety before she went off with her high school sweetheart, Mark Healy. Becky's character development in the early seasons of The Conners was characterized by her drinking problem, which she eventually developed as a result of her desire to be flawless. Becky's plots were characterized by her need for control and the guilt she felt when she didn't live up to her unrealistic expectations, whereas Jackie's stories about The Conners were typically lighter and funnier. Becky's self-destructive tendencies were tragically brought to light in Applications, Accusations, and a Man Bag, where she blamed Dan for her mother's death because she couldn't handle the guilt. Tackling Roseanne's death again is painful, but it sets up the Conners for a better future. This sequence demonstrated that, contrary to what some fans and reviewers at the time stated, Roseanne's death wasn't as shocking. It was clear from the behind-the-scenes story that the Conners had to come up with a quick explanation for why she died. But in hindsight, the abrupt death made perfect sense because the revival had already established her addiction plot, and it complemented Roseanne's strong, yet fragile persona. Major old wounds were healed by Becky and Dan's showdown, even though The Conners Season 7 sidelines certain supporting actors. Generally speaking, this plot has enabled the spin-off's last appearance to reveal long-ignored complaints, allowing the family to release a deal of sadness that previous seasons had overlooked. This seems like a fitting conclusion, so the most depressing plot point of The Conners Season 7 also serves as a fitting farewell to Roseanne's flawed family.